Good morning, students. Today we discuss the topic properties of determinant. This is the part of chapter 4 determinant. Now one by one we will discuss properties of determinant which are very helpful in proving results related to determinants. So our first property is if we interchange rows into columns, means if we take the transpose then determinant remains the same. In the given example we have solved 2 cross 2 order determinant and then we solve the determinant of its transpose and the value remains the same. So if we want to take the transpose in any question, then determinant remains the same. Our second property is if we interchange any two rows or any two columns, then sign of the determinant changes. For example, suppose in a problem we want to interchange first and second row, then to balance this we need to multiply by a negative sign. Now, for example, suppose we have a determinant of a 2 cross 2 order matrix and answer is -7, and in delta 1 we interchange first and second row, means our second row becomes the first row and first row becomes the second row. So in this case if we calculate the determinant then the answer is 7. So means earlier the answer is -7, now the answer is 7, that is determinant is multiplied by negative sign. So if in any question we want to interchange any two columns, again the determinant will be multiplied by negative sign. Our third property is if any two rows or any two columns in a determinant they are identical, then value of the determinant is 0. Identical means that any two rows or any two columns they are exactly same. In the given example, first row and the second row they are exactly same. So in this case if we calculate the determinant by expanding along first column, then value of the determinant is 0. Our fourth property is if we multiply any row by some constant k, then determinant is also multiplied by the same constant k. This property can also be represented as Ri arrow k times Ri. For example, if we want to multiply first row by 2, so it can be written as R1 arrow 2 times R1. So instead of writing the complete statement, we can represent these operations in a symbolic form. Now for example, in a 2 cross 2 matrix, if we calculate the determinant, our answer is -17, and if we apply the operation R1 arrow 2 R1, means we multiply the first row by 2 and the second row remains the same, and again if we calculate the determinant, then answer is also multiplied by 2. So this is very important property in our determinants, means if we want to take some factor common from any row, then we can easily take it as common. And in matrices, if we want to take something common, then it has to be taken common from each and every element of the matrix. But in determinant, we can take any constant common from any row or any column. Our next property is if corresponding elements of any two rows are proportional, then value of the determinant is 0. Same property will also be applicable for the columns also. If any two columns are proportional, then the value of the determinant is 0. Now for example, in the given determinant, our first row is 1, 2, 3 and second row has the elements 2, 4, 6. So we can easily observe that our second row is twice the first row. So if we take 2 common from the second row, then R1 and R2 they are exactly same and the value of the determinant is 0 with the help of previous property. So if in a determinant any two columns are proportional or any two rows are proportional, then we can write the determinant equal to 0. So we can write the answer 0 directly without doing any calculation, and you can easily verify this result by expanding along any row or any column. There is a similar property if all the elements of a row or all the elements of the column they are completely 0, then determinant is also 0. For example, if first row is completely 0, so without any calculation we can directly write the answer equal to 0. Our next property is property number 6, which is also very important property and which is applicable in rare questions. That property is, if each element of a row or the column in a determinant can be expressed as sum of two or more terms, then the given determinant can also be expressed as sum of two or more determinants. Means if any row in a determinant, first we discuss this property with the help of row. Suppose in any row of a determinant can be expressed as sum of two terms, then determinant can also be expressed as sum of two determinants. So in the given example, our second row is a plus 2x, b plus 2y and c plus 2z. Now this determinant can be written as sum of two determinant, where in first determinant we take the first elements of second row, that is a, b and c, plus in the second determinant we take the elements from the second row which are at the second position, that is 2x, 2y and 2z. Now one by one we will calculate these determinants. In the first determinant, our first row and second row is exactly same, so determinant will be 0. In the second determinant, we can easily take 2 common from the second row, and after taking 2 common, our second row and third row is exactly same, so this determinant is also 0. So our final answer is 0. Instead, if we try to solve this question by normal expanding method, which we have done earlier, then this calculation is very complicated for getting the answer equal to 0. So this is the application of the properties of determinant in solving such type of questions where we can get the answer in very easy steps. Our seventh property is determinant of the product of two matrices, square matrices of same order is equal to product of their individual determinants. Means if there are two matrices A and B which are square matrices and whose orders are also same, then if we multiply the two matrices A and B and then take the determinant, that is same as if we first take the determinant and then multiply. So this is also important property in solving many objective questions. Our next property is, if to each element of a row of a determinant equi-multiples of corresponding elements of other rows are added, then value of the determinant remains the same. Equi-multiple means if we multiply any row by some constant and we add that row to any other row, then determinant remains the same. So we can verify this property with the help of given example. Now suppose we have a determinant of a 3 cross 3 order matrix, and suppose we are applying the operation. Suppose first we calculate the determinant by normal expanding along third row, then we calculate the answer equal to 21. Now suppose we apply the operation as we multiply second row by 2 and subtract from the first row, means R1 is that row in which the operation is to be applied, arrow R1 minus 2R2. That means multiply second row by 2 and subtract in R1. So this can be written as, our first row will change, that is 1 minus 2 times second row. The first element will be 1 minus 6, then minus 1 minus 8, then 2 minus 2. So in this case, when we calculate this result and solve the determinant, then answer will be same. So this is very important property in solving many questions where we want to multiply any row by some constant and we can add or subtract to any other row. Same property we can also apply in the columns also. After understanding the properties of determinants, now you can easily apply these properties in solving the questions related to determinant where you have to prove some result. These properties will reduce your calculations and you can easily get the answer in limited steps. In our next video, I will explain some examples, and NCERT exercise 4.2 is also based on the same concept.